right around the time I started dating my now wife, I had one of my best buds, Josh Twito, just kept pounding the gospel to me through my middle school and high school years that were relatively rebellious, to put it lightly. And he just kept hammering home. And for me, it was a lot of like my relationships that I had were relatively toxic. It was all pretty toxic. But that was when I started dating Elizabeth. I realized like I want to try this relationship differently. And so kind of is through a season of my senior year of high school, really got curious about like, what does actual faith look like? And so fast forward through college, I started walking with Jesus a little more maturely. And that's when like the relationship with my parents started to change, and started having conversations with my pops, and they weren't pretty. At the time, he was really struggling with alcohol, and that we would just have like these blow up fights when he would be under the influence. And so there was a few things during that season where I just looked in my dad's eyes one night and saw that he was just like ripped to the core. And at that point he started going to church with us, and we got baptized together, which was pretty special.
I mean, it really is just feel like it's the most vanilla story. Like, it fits me perfectly. It's like you're looking back at it, it's like knowing me and my life. It's like, of course, this will be my story. It's like, very straight-laced kid, didn't get in trouble, good grades.
Typical oldest child.
But never didn't. But wouldn't. I mean, I would say I would pray and do things, but like if you look on paper, it's like you're not really a Christian. Jesus wasn't my savior then. Didn't do anything wrong. Fast forward, your end of college, start going to church a little bit more like regularly on Sundays with some of the golf guys. So it's like, again, you kind of like Jesus, like I remember it was like my senior year. It's like I think it was the first service at Columbia campus of the church I go to now, still at New Spring. And, pastor was like, hey, if you need to receive Jesus, pray this prayer. And I remember praying, standing up, and I think I was the only one in the room. I don't really know what I'm doing, but like, it seems right. But, you felt that tug in the heart, it was like different. So get saved there. Still, you kind of don't really know what you're doing till you're 20. I think I was 21. And, start walking with the Lord a little bit. You start feeling those things, get baptized probably the next year or about the same time Wesley did. And from that moment, it's like, that's kind of the marker of when I actually started like following the Lord, reading the Bible more.